coffee yoga jazz. You better put on this coffee yoga jazz.
Happy New Day, people. It's Sunday Stretch and Chill. It feels good to be here this morning. Last week we took a break because it was a rest day. I just felt the need to rest, and I've been talking to a lot of people throughout the week, and even though it's, technically middle of summer, peace, a lot of people, or in my experience, people that I've been speaking with have been feeling a sense of rest. So tuning into that intuition took last Sunday off. We're back at it. So this is, I think, going into our 7th stretch and chill, which is really exciting. That people have been showing up for yourself, please. That people have been showing up for yourselves for stretch and chill. Today we're kind of going to get into a restorative session, so we're keeping it low to the ground. If you're just popping on wondering what this is, basically this is Sunday Stretch and Chill. We're going to vibe out to some dope chill hop. What's up? And morning, please. We're going to vibe out to some chill hop, and we're just going to open up our bodies. But first, I want to start off with a meditation. Usually we kind of start off with a couple of breaths, but meditation has become a regular practice in my life, and I've kind of, in the last couple of years, gotten to a really short practice, and I realized it has not been serving me. So at the moment, I'm doing Michael Bernard's Beckwith Way of Meditation. That actually comes from Agape International out in California, but they have it on YouTube. So it's a nice long, 45-minute meditation, and I feel so different when I start my mornings with that. And as he was saying this morning, keep your appointment with the present. Keep your appointment with yourself. When you wake up and you set an appointment to ground in the present, it completely changes the vibration of your whole day. So I want to bring a little of that to us this morning. We're not going to do 45 minutes, but we'll do a moment of meditation. So I'm going to turn the music down first because the chickens aren't going today. Usually the roosters and chickens of Puerto Rico are so loud in our background, but today they're giving us a little grace. So I invite you to find a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. I actually wanted to be up on a pillow today, but it is what it is. We're already starting. So find a comfortable seat. You could be in a chair. You could already be out on your carpet or on your bed or on your yoga mat like I am. And just take a deep breath in and clench everything. As you take a deep breath in, squeeze your shoulders up, scrunch your face up, squeeze your fists, squeeze your legs. And on exhale, release. And the purpose of that is, even though it seems counterintuitive, like if we're trying to relax, why do we have to scrunch up first? When you create tension and tightness in the body on the energetic plane, you're actually unlocking and opening space. And then on the physical realm, when you release, you're also inviting that unlocked energy to release on the physical plane as well. So let's not take a couple of breaths. Let's start to notice the breath. Feel free to close your eyes. Hopefully you're in a safe space, safe, quiet space. And take the moment to notice your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your breath. We're not taking giant breaths here. We're not forcing that's the pranayama breath. Like we often do it in sports. Even here, the last 6 sessions, we've done a pranayama breath where it's very engaging and we're intentionally taking a breath in and intentionally releasing. But here I invite you to just notice. Notice if your breath may be a little shallow. Maybe this is the first time you're joining Stretch and Chill, and maybe you're a little nervous, not knowing what to expect. Go ahead and just notice the breath. Or maybe you have nice, long, slow breaths. Just notice what's going on in the breath. Also notice the quality of your breath. Do you feel that when you take, or when breath comes in and out of your lungs, you feel fully nourished, or do you feel like you need to take that bigger breath? Just notice the quality. If you're getting, maybe you have very shallow, short breaths, but you're getting a lot of energy, a lot of prana, a lot of, well, that is energy into your lungs. Depending on what you need this morning, I invite you to either turn your hands up for receptivity, or you can turn your hands over if you feel like you need a bit more grounding, all while noticing the breath. Notice the quality of the air in the room that you're in, or if you're outside. Notice if there's a breeze. Maybe you might have some air conditioning going, or some heat depending on where you are. Notice if the air in the room is really, really still, or if you feel slight movement in the air. Be aware of the sounds around you. You may be able to hear some things in my background, from birds to maybe a dog in the background, maybe to neighbors. Maybe in your own environment it's very still. You might hear a distant fan, or the gentle humming of your refrigerator. Just take this moment, this appointment that we've set with the present, to just be in it. There's no need to do right now. We just are. And especially in American culture, where we identify often with doing. It's nice to practice and be aware that you have value, even if you're not physically completing a task. Let's be aware of one more cycle of breath. As we move into our sequence for today, let's start with the head. Let's start with the head today. So gently, let's gaze over the right shoulder. Feel free to keep the eyes closed, but looking over the right shoulder. And then passing through center, looking over the left shoulder. Move nice and smoothly with your breath as you pass back to the right. And then pass back to the left. Gazing forward, gaze up. Gently tilting your nose towards the sky, and on your exhale, chin to chest. Let's do that again, gazing up towards the sky, noticing any expansion in the length of the neck. On your exhale, let your chin drop to the chest. With your chin drop to the chest, take a deep breath here. Inhale deeply, opening up space in the back of the neck. Exhale fully. And inhale, drawing the chin up. Neutral spine. Let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears and release them, drawing the shoulder blades together. Shoulders are heavy, hip points are heavy. Let's do some seated cat-cow. So on an inhale, draw the chest forward, shoulder blades draw together to touch. Exhale, round the spine, chin to spine, chin to spine, chin to chest. navel to spine, and move through your breath. So keep allowing your breath as you feel your lungs expand. Bring the chest forward as you feel your lungs ready to deflate around the spine. Do this a couple more times. Noticing any creakiness, maybe you have a little bit of back pain, maybe you're just tight, maybe you're fully lubricated because you've been drinking tons of water and your greens and stuff like that, and this just feels hella good. Let's take this one more time. Wherever you are, inhale deeply. Chest comes forward. And on your exhale, round the spine. The next inhale, draw the chest forward. Then send the chest around to the right, like you're grazing the inside of the hula hoop. Round the spine as you get to the back, and as you come up through the left side, touching that hula hoop, that imaginary hula hoop, and coming up through center. Let's do that a couple more times. Feel free to pause if you find any spaces that need a little bit more love, and just breathe there. And reverse directions. Exhale to round the spine, around to the left, moving up through the right side body. And keep going. About 2 more times. So this session is called Stretch and Chill because you're welcome to start and end with us from beginning to end, or you're welcome to pop on, take what you need from it, and go about your day. Also, the music in the background, right? Stretch and chill. Nice chill hop going on in the background. Take your last circle. Last raising hula hoop motion. And sitting up nice and tall. Take a moment to shake out the wrists. Nothing intense. Just take a couple of breaths to roll them out. We're about to come onto all fours. Once again, we're staying low today. We're not going to standing. We're not going to standing, but just roll them out. See that you have enough space in the wrists. Maybe you press them. And let's move on to all fours. If you're having any issues with your knees, you can always grab a pillow or a towel, or even take, if you have your yoga mat, roll it up a couple times under the knees if that feels good. So coming onto all fours, we're just moving gently through cat-cow. Exhale, rounding the spine, pressing into your fingertips and the shins. Get a nice expansion, nice stretch there. On your inhale, drop the belly, shine your heart forward, gently arch the back. Exhale to round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Allow this to be at your own breath. So it's okay if you look up and we're not synced up. That's okay. Stretch and chill. I'm just kind of here as a guide, and once again, you can take whatever you need from it, but still be moving with the breath. Really claw into the fingertips so you're not dumping weight into your wrists. Shining the inside of your elbow forward. Keep moving. And let's bring it down to a child's pose. So find a neutral spine, feet together, knees as wide as the mat. Send your hips back, reach your arms forward, and drop your forehead down to the mat. So for the sake of communicating with you all, I'm going to pause for a minute. But while you're reaching up towards the top of the mat, inhale deeply. And exhale fully. For these next couple of breaths, you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to walk your hands off the right side of the mat and lower down, go ahead and do that. I'm noticing for me this is a lot on my hip flexor, so if you're noticing that your hips are quite tight here as well, just gently squeeze your thighs together a bit, and that'll create some stability, so you're not just like rubbery, just dropping all your weight between dropping all your weight towards the mat. Squeeze your thighs in just a little bit to create some integrity. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. On your next inhale, walk through the center of your mat and move off to the left side. Once again, you can just be in the center at the moment if that feels good to you. No need to walk it off the left or right side. And on your next inhale, let's come to center. And begin to rise, coming up to all fours. Let's go for a thread the needle. So bring your left hand off the side of the mat. Just keep the thumb on the mat. On an inhale, raise your chest, reaching the right arm up. Exhale, bring your arm under and through, bracing on your head and shoulders. So I'll do it the opposite way so y'all can see. So we are here. If you feel like this is uncomfortable to you or too intense this morning, you can also bring the knees down. So you can start here, reach up, and slide the arm through, facing the hand up. And see how that feels. So we have options. One more breath wherever you are. Breathing into the back, feeling that gentle spinal twist. And exhale. On your next inhale, press into the mat, raise yourself up. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Use that top arm to press into the mat. Come back up to all fours. Release. Sit back on the heels for a moment and just roll the shoulders out. Notice what feels good. Tuck your toes under. Sit back on the heels. This is also a great way to open up your feet. Women who wear heels, this is really great to open up your feet because your feet have muscles. That's not something we strengthen often. Roll the shoulders back a couple times. And let's move into pigeon. So pigeon is going to open up hip flexors. It can open up glutes and your thighs as well. So coming on to all fours. Let's bring the right knee up, sliding the right knee up towards your hands. Shift your weight down and rest. Take your time getting there, finding what feels good to you. Tuck the tailbone under. Like if you have an arch in your back here, just gently tuck it. You might feel some expansion in that left hip flexor. You might feel it around your right glute. For your back foot, keep the toe tucked. And draw the chest up, shoulders back. That's one way. We can also come down, but shift back a little bit. Coming down to the elbows, if that feels good to you. We are not going into any hard stretching here. If you feel like, ooh, you're meeting your edge and you're really holding yourself, ease up. Okay, we're not training for the Olympics here. We're just opening up our body. We're doing something that feels good. So I'd even say if you come down to your elbows and you find yourself rounding through your spine a lot to hold this up, you're doing too much. Just come back up to the hands, okay? So you can be down on the elbows, and if it feels good to you, meaning if you have the flexibility and the awareness in your body this morning, come down to your hands and rest. If you feel a lot of stretch there, ease up. It's just stretch and chill, okay? We're just noticing, we're just opening up space, and we are feeling good. So we're here for a couple more breaths. I've been talking enough. Hopefully you've gotten the point. You've also gotten my sternness in this. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Slowly make your way up, making your way back to all fours. We move slowly because we just created a lot of space in the body, and you don't want anything to snap into place or out of place. Let's switch legs. Bring the left leg up and sit down, adjusting this leg. This leg, the more parallel you make your shin to the top of the mat, the deeper you'll feel the stretch and you'll feel the expansion in that left glute. So up to you how you want to take this. Breathe deeply. Once again, you can go down to the elbows or go all the way down to resting your face on your hands. 2 more breaths. We haven't quite moved to that pranayama breath, so we're not forcing breath in and out of the lungs. We are just in the shape, okay, in the posture, and allowing the body to breathe. And release. Slowly come out of wherever you are. Bring your legs forward, extended. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, but notice, look at the back here. We're gonna forward fold straight down. Notice how my spine is straight until we cannot hinge at the hips anymore. When you get there, release the arms. All right, so that's where we are today. Breathe deeply, drawing the shoulders back, shoulder blades back to touch. And also create a straight line from the tip of the crown of your head all the way down to your spine. So notice my head is kind of up right now, and I'm gonna adjust to give a nice straight line. From here, inch your fingers forward. So notice my spine is not rounding so I can get down further. Roll those shoulders back. Nice long crown of the head to tail. And I'm gonna inch my fingers forward with the breath. So feel free to close your eyes. Feel free to point and flex your toes here if that feels good. Allow gravity to do its job as you feel yourself releasing further towards the ground. Inch the fingers forward a little bit more. Breathe deeply. Exhale fully. Do this one more time. Breathe deeply. Exhale fully. Use your hands to press. Actually, before we press ourselves up, now collapse. If it feels good to round the spine, now go ahead and round the spine and see what's going on in the spine. One more breath, one more full cycle of breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And use your fingertips to press you up. So first we're moving back into that flat back. And then we use our fingertips to lift us all the way up. My feet are tingling. Let's bring the right knee into the chest. Cross your right foot over your leg. Draw your leg as close into your body as you can. You're trying to get the thigh flush with the body. Hug your leg in. And from here, we're going to swivel towards the right. This is a piriformis stretch. You might feel it, piriformis in the glute. You're going to press through your left foot at the same time. So notice the top half of my body isn't turning around. I'm pressing through that left foot for leverage, and my whole torso is turning as a result. So we're sitting up tall, the shoulders are rolled back, and we're pressing through. Imagine trying to touch a wall in front of you with your heel. That's what we're going for, not with the toes, with the heel. So press through that foot, turn to the right. Let's bring the right foot, make sure the right sole of the foot is planted on the mat. So when we cross that foot over, the foot is on the mat. We slide it in towards us, then we grab. Rotate the shoulders back, press through the heel, and shift your body to your right. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. One more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Release, unravel. Same thing on the other side. So left foot comes in. Our foot is planted firmly on the mat. We slide it in. And then you hug your leg into your chest. Press through that right foot and swivel. We're here for 2 breaths. On your exhale, release, shifting a little bit more. One more breath. And release. Send the legs out long. Shake them out for a moment. You can stay up like this and do a spinal twist as well. So basically the same motion. Draw the right foot up, cross it over. But this time, we're going to take the left arm, hook it behind your knee, and use that to twist us around. So I'm gazing over the right shoulder. I'm trying to look as far over my back as possible. My right hand is propping me up. Inhale deeply, finding length in the spine. On your exhale, shift. Let's bring the shoulders away from the ears. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully, deepen the twist. One more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully, unravel. Same thing on the opposite side. Peace. Left leg in, cross it over. You can also just grab the leg if that serves you. The elbow doesn't have to come over. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale, long spine, exhale to twist. Gazing as far over that left shoulder as possible. Making sure the right foot is still grounded, right foot is still nice, or left foot, sorry, is still nice and grounded. And release. Let's scoot to the center of our mat, make our way down to the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. And draw some circles with the knees. Around to the right first. Maybe do about 3 to 5 circles, massaging out the lower back. Notice we're getting closer to the mat. So finishing up the last 5 to 10 minutes of stretch and chill. Massaging out the lower back here. Massaging the tops of the glutes, tailbone, reverse directions. Soles of the feet down to the mat, down to the outsides of the mat, and drop your knees over to the right side. You might feel some space opening up in that left thigh. You can also take the right foot and bring it to the top of your left knee if that serves you. We're here for a couple breaths. Drawing the left knee down towards the mat, down towards your bed, your carpet, wherever you are. And switch to the opposite side. Another great thing about this sequence for stretch and chill, since it's all restorative, we're not standing or anything like that, you can do it in the bed. So tell a friend if you've been trying to drag a friend to yoga, and they're like, oh, I don't feel like getting up early and, putting on yoga clothes and doing all that sort of stuff. You don't have to. Just open Instagram Live, stay in the bed, and practice with us. Drawing that right knee down towards the mat. Let's take one full cycle of breath. One more cycle of breath. Let's enjoy a happy baby. Draw the knees into the chest. You can grab the outsides of the feet or take your index and ring finger. Grab a toe and open up the hips for happy baby. You can stay here still. If you find your body starting to rock left to right, massaging more of the back, that's cool. You can play around with extending both legs or just extending one at a time. Also, if you have something in your own practice that you'd like to release here, maybe you have a plow pose, something that's gentle and an expansive pose, something that brings space into the body, you can go ahead and do that here as well. As much as I enjoy leading the stretching show, this is still your session. Still your time that you chose to wake up and join this morning. All right, let's bring our legs down, extend the legs fully out for Shavasana, for corpse pose, so you can enjoy a full body scan. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully with a sigh. Release any tension in the feet, feeling supported by the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully with a sigh. Release any tension in the legs, in the glutes, and the hips, feeling supported by the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully with a sigh. Releasing the abs, the chest, the back, and the shoulder blades, feeling supported by the earth. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully with a sigh. Releasing the arms down to your hands, feeling supported by the earth. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully. Releasing the neck, the muscles on your face, and the space between your eyebrows. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully with a sigh. Releasing your head all the way up to the crown. Feel free to stay here for a moment, breathing deeply. The reason that we take those deep breaths with our mouth open and fully releasing is to flood the system with cool, clean oxygen and detoxes the organs. And you do that sharp. So you flooded your system with this cool prana, this energy, and a sharp, gently or forceful exhale detoxes those parts of the body. So when we're focusing on the feet and the legs and the head and doing this body scan, you're also focusing on that ligament, you're focusing on the energy in that space. So it's important to try different breaths, because different breaths promote different types of healing. You're always welcome to take your own breath. You do know what your body needs, but sometimes what we think our body needs are things that we've just been trained to do and programmed to do. So I try to offer and invite you to try something different that maybe you're not quite used to promote a different type of healing. So let's take one more breath all together. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe get out any stretches that need to be gotten out. Reaching your hands up overhead, sending your toes long in the opposite direction. And go ahead and roll over to one side, rolling into fetal position. and then using your top arm to press yourself up to a seated posture. Whatever feels comfortable to you. And let's just take a moment to roll the shoulders back. Notice that new space that we have in the shoulders. Maybe look left to right, noticing the new space that's opened up in the neck. Tilting the head up and down. And let's shake out our hands for a little vitality this morning. Bringing the hands up and down our body. And let's bring our hands to our heart space. Let's check in with ourselves. We did it. Another stretch and chill. Stretch until 7. We showed up to the mat. This is going to be happening every Sunday until further notice. It's been a pretty good turnout, even if people are popping on for 5-10 minutes at a time. I appreciate being able to bring this to you all. Let's go ahead and bring our hands up to the forehead, and we can bow one another out of our stretch and chill session. Thanks so much for being here. Hit me up throughout the week. Hit me up on the DMs. Comment on the content that I share. Hopefully it brings you some enlightenment, some light to your life, and I'll see you next Sunday. Peace.